I'm Randall Terry. Welcome to Voice of Resistance. If you are a student of history, which I hope you are, you will know that the filibuster was used for the purpose of talking and rarely was successful in actually stopping legislation or stopping appointees from being confirmed that were nominated by the president. But then it became a weapon, a political weapon, to force the Senate to have a 2/3 majority and then a 3/5 majority when they lowered it to 60 votes out of 100. And it has nothing to do with our laws and our Constitution. That's what I want you to understand. And Harry Reid was a late convert. And originally, Harry Reid did not want to change the filibuster rules. But then he had a conversion when he realized, look, we've got an agenda, and we do not want a Republican minority being the tail that wags the dog. And so we're going to abandon 200 years of collective Senate history. That's why Mitch McConnell was saying, it's a dark day in the history of the Senate. That's why he said, no, the Senate is broken. And I've come to agree with the American people. So here's the problem. Senator McConnell is an old man. He is, and I say this in quotes, a Southern gentleman who likes rules and likes parliamentary procedure and wants to get along. And he's not a fighter. I mean, the only time I've seen him have a fight that I can remember is with him saying that we're not going to bring up Obama's pick for the Supreme Court during this election year. No, it's a done deal, not going to happen, the end. That's what ticked off Harry Reid so much. And that's why Harry Reid in August and then again in October had these press statements where he said, we're going to make it so that a simple majority can pass a Hillary pick. We're not going to let the Republicans do what they just did during this election cycle. We're changing the filibuster rules yet again. And if they get in the way of a Democrat agenda, we're going to change the rules. So friends, do you understand? This is Senate rules. It is not a matter of law. And Harry Reid was only too happy to get around the filibuster rules in 2011 and just use a reconciliation bill, where a reconciliation bill is where a House passes a bill and the Senate passes a bill, but the language isn't the same. So they have to create two bills that the language is identical for the president to sign it into law. And that's how he got Obamacare passed, attaching it to a reconciliation bill. He told, in one of the biggest pieces of legislation in modern memory, he told the minority party in the Senate to go to the hot place. Go to hell. We don't care what you do. We don't care what you say. We're just going to run roughshod over you. Harry Reid does not have, Mitch McConnell does not have that type of fight in him. That's my fear. My fear is very simple. I've given you this in-depth look at the filibuster rule and the cloture vote rule to override, because Mitch McConnell needs to follow Harry Reid's playbook, and I don't think he has the backbone to do it. That's my fear. There's a long way of saying Mitch McConnell is the weak link in the fight ahead. And if I was President Trump's advisor, I'd say, Mr. Trump, you need to be having people approach Mitch McConnell right now about changing the filibuster rules. And I'd be talking to Ted Cruz, and I'd be talking to Sessions, and I'd be talking to Cotton from Arkansas, and I'd be talking to people who get it, that we've got a chance right now. It might only be a 2-year chance to make massive changes in this country. And if the filibuster rule stands in our way, then trample it underfoot and let freedom live and the filibuster rule perish. In social revolution, peaceful social revolution, there are rules. And those rules have been established by social revolutions of the past, and the Christian community in America has failed to obey a lot of those rules, and that's why we keep losing. I put together Insurrecta Next, a 14-part television series on the history and the theology of social revolution. I encourage you to watch it. It will make you a force for righteousness, for social revolution.